One Zambia, One Nation. A warm welcome to the main news on Zanis. To present it, my name is Kalan Muchima. A look at the headlines. VIP challenges Zambians to conserve water. Government flags off supply and distribution of compound D fertilizer to Botswana. Finnish government spends 16 million for SME capacity building. And critical desk shortage hits Kantobo Community School in Solwezi. Those are the news headlines and other news in detail. Vice President Mtalina Lumango has challenged Zambians to conserve water and to avoid misuse of the commodity. The Vice President said this today when she officiated at the National Networking Breakfast meeting ahead of the World Food Day commemorations, which falls on 16th of October. And Chief Government spokesperson Cornelius Moeto says the cost of mealie meal is expected to reduce downwards by next week following the introduction of the Zambia National Service ZNS mealie meal, which will be sold at a cheaper price in ShopRite and ZNS offices countrywide. Sharon Walia now reports.
The rise in mealie meal prices has been an increasing concern for all Zambians. Government is alive to these concerns and has devised a medium-term solution to rationalize the high prices of mealie meal. Chief Government spokesperson Cornelius Moeto has announced that the Zambia National Service mealie meal will now be sold in ShopRite stores and ZMS offices at 230 kwacha for a 25-kilogram bag of breakfast and 190 kwacha for roller meal respectively.
I wish to inform the nation that beginning early next week, and next week begins in this coming weekend, Zambia National Service mealie meal will be selling in ShopRite outlets across the nation at a price as follows. Breakfast mealie meal, 25 kgs, will be selling at 230 kwacha breakfast. Roller meal will be selling at 190 kwacha, 25 kgs. This is the ZNS Eagles brand mealie meal.
Who sees the Eagles mealie meal should know that it's going at 230 kwacha. We also know that you as government, you have been telling us to be not to stifle the other millers.
Mr. Moeto has also clarified that the move by government is not meant to disadvantage the private milling companies, but aid the Zambian people.
This is not a move to interfere with free market enterprise or free market economy in the transaction of the commodity of mealie meal. This is simply rationalization of pricing.
Government cautioned residents not to queue up or purchase the product in bulk, saying the mealie meal will always be readily available.
There is no need to go and create queues at ShopRite because this product or commodity will be replenished on the shelves of ShopRite outlets and other outlets that may come on board on a sustainable basis.
Reporting for Zanis in Lusaka, Sharon Walia.
In Central Province, President Hakainde Hichilema is expected to officially commission the operationalization of the multi-facility economic zone in Chivombo district, according to Provincial Permanent Secretary Milna Mwana Kampwe. The head of state, who is expected to arrive in Chivombo at 14 hours, is also expected to witness the signing of agreements between Central Province and Jiangxi Province of China. We have more in this report.
President Hakainde Hichilema is tomorrow afternoon expected in Chivombo, Central Province, where he is scheduled to officially open the multi-facility economic zone. According to Central Province Permanent Secretary Milna Mwanakampwe, the head of state is expected to arrive at 14 hours.
So that it begins to run. It has outstood for a very long period of time, and from the time Mr. President went to China a month ago, it has been resolved that this same phase now be commissioned to the benefit of the people of Central Province.
President Hichilema is also expected to open the 2023 China Jiangxi Zambia Promotion Conference, which will be held under the theme Creating a Model for Jiangxi Africa Cooperation in New Era.
The exchange of cooperation agreements between the two provinces, the provincial governor of Jiangxi Province and the provincial minister of Central Province will be exchanging cooperation agreements and consolidating the agreements that they've entered to work together.
In Kabwe, a delegation of leaders from Pinchang City of Jiangxi Province is scheduled to converge at Kabwe Municipal Council, where a number of agreements will be signed as Kabwe twins with Pinchang City, an economic powerhouse.
To make sure that the council develops locally here also is twinned with Pinchang City of China, so that they begin to work as sister local authorities.
Hlupekile Nkonika for Zanis in Kabwe Central Province.
The Auditor General's report for the financial year ending 31st December 2022 has recorded improvements in the management of public resources, with 14 ministries and provinces recording 0 audits. Speaking at the presentation of the report, Secretary to Cabinet Patrick Kangwa stated that the report shows a positive trajectory in the financial management.
It was a momentous occasion at the Mulungushi International Conference Center as Secretary to the Cabinet Patrick Kangwa interacted with 14 ministries and provinces that have not been cited in the Auditor General's report for the financial year ended 31st December 2022. Addressing all controlling officers, Mr. Kangwa attributed the tremendous improvement in audits to the relentless efforts of President Hakainde Hichilema's administration of ensuring prudent utilization of public resources.
This report by the Auditor General is evident that there is a remarkable improvement in the audit outcomes. Number of ministries and provinces which are not cited in the Auditor General's report has doubled from 7 in the report for the year ended 31st December 2021 to 14 in the year under discussion. The ministries and provinces which are cited in the audit report, those of you who didn't get 0 audit, still have something to celebrate. Most of you have fewer audit queries than you had previously. This shows that there has been improvement in public financial management.
Mr. Kangwa says the achievement comes with a call for all controlling officers to work even harder.
That the achievement of 0 audit queries is achievable and is not the preserve of a few ministries and provinces. Quick intervention, quick reaction, proactive action, and of most importance, listening to presidential directives.
And the acting secretary to the Treasury has stressed the importance of achieving 0 audit queries.
Achieving 0 audit queries is a sign that public resources are being managed prudently, and the public will have confidence in us. It's therefore imperative that areas of weaknesses are strengthened and corrective measures put in place so that the same queries are not repetitive.
Meanwhile, the Office of the Auditor General has made an appeal for timely provision of information to audits.
And also had some unfortunate instances where the controlling officers will make a representation to the fact that evidence is available, come and verify. When we go to do the verification, unfortunately that evidence was not available. So that has serious cost implication on the office, and in most cases those are budgeted for expenditures.
This makes the first audit report under the current administration. Bupe Sendo for Zanis in Lusaka.
Minister of Commerce, Trade and Industry, Chipoka Mlenga, has officially flagged off the supply and delivery of 15,000 tons of D-compound fertilizer to the government of the Republic of Botswana. The flagging off took place at the United Capital Fertilizer Zambia Company Limited plant and was witnessed by Botswana High Commissioner to Zambia, Elphas Maklago. Details in this report.
From importing fertilizer every year before the start of a farming season, Zambia is now slowly but surely becoming a net exporter of fertilizer in the region. Commerce Minister Chipoka Mlenga has officially flagged off the supply and delivery of 15,000 tons of D-compound fertilizer to the government of the Republic of Botswana. The flagging off took place at United Capital Fertilizer Zambia Company Limited plant in Chilanga.
We need to appreciate the growth that we have seen from a wonderful group of companies through their subsidiaries, that today now we are able to produce our own D-compound. Very soon, we will witness next year the production of urea. His Excellency the President earlier this year launched the manufacturing of a plant for urea.
Botswana High Commissioner to Zambia, Alpheus Matanko, witnessed the colorful ceremony.
Today, we witness a big milestone where the two governments are gathered here to witness dispatch of granulated compound fertilizer by Zambia for micro-scale farmers in Botswana. The government of Botswana continues to provide farmers with inputs such as seed and fertilizers.
Chance Kabai is United Capital Fertilizer Zambia Company Limited board chairperson.
Obviously, this order represents a very important part of the economic integration of the two countries. Another success story of economic and trade cooperation between our two countries.
Trucks carrying fertilizer will bring back into Zambia other commodities as the two sister countries foster relations in trade integration. Jonathan reporting for Zanis News.
The construction of a $3.9 million United States dollars improved Zambia Bureau for Standards, ZAB's laboratory, with support from the World Bank, is nearing completion. Ministry of Commerce, Trade and Industry Permanent Secretary John Mulongoti is happy that the laboratory will enhance Zambia's position as the country joins the wider trade market of the Africa Continental Free Trade Area. Here's a report.
With the mandate of ensuring standardization, standards formulation, quality control, quality assurance, removal of technical barriers to trade, and import and export inspections, among others, the Zambia Bureau of Standards remains a vital component as the country positions itself to participate in high-value markets, such as the Africa Continental Free Trade Area. Realizing this fact, the government, with support from the World Bank, is constructing a new testing laboratory facility to improve the capacity of the Bureau. Minister of Commerce, Trade and Industry Permanent Secretary John Mulongoti and officials from the Zambia Agribusiness and Trade Project toured the construction site to appreciate the progress.
So having a standalone laboratory for this one, it will encourage people to take samples, it will encourage people to come, learn and appreciate the importance of quality and standardization. So we're very, very happy that our quality policy is now well.
The construction is being implemented under the Zambia Agribusiness and Trade Project.
Working with the Zambia Bureau of Standards, we are working with the Zambia Topstar Standards Agency, we are also working with the Zambia Metrology Agency. So what we do is when we move into an area, we move as a team and have these standardization programs together with them to ensure that first of all the SMEs that we are supporting, cooperatives that we are supporting, we know the importance of having quality.
Despite being behind schedule by a few months, the contractor is optimistic of delivering quality works.
Between the ZAB's laboratories and the offices, then the scope of work comprises of the main building, then we have a driveway and a car park that goes all the way to the back structure, just to allow for delivery and collection of samples. Then we also have separate water supply and water treatment plant right here on site to ensure that whatever waste we get from the site is not mixed with what goes out there. So we have a separate treatment plant right here on site that will make the effluent safer for distribution outside.
Works on the site started last year and are expected to be complete by March 2024. Mitchell Lubinda for Zanis in Chongwe.
Minister of Energy Peter Kapala says government is eager to see the speedy completion of the Kariba Dam rehabilitation project in order to enhance economic development of Zambia and Zimbabwe. Mr. Kapala said this in a speech read for him by Ministry of Energy Director Arnold Simwamba after the tour of the Kariba Dam rehabilitation project in Siavonga. Here's a report.
Over 6 years of serving the people of Zimbabwe and Zambia, there is need for continuous rehabilitation works on the Kariba Dam in Siavonga district to ensure its continued contribution to energy security and economic prosperity of the two countries. Today, the high-level delegation comprising Zambezi River Authority, the European Union, and other stakeholders toured Kariba Dam rehabilitation site to check on the progress. Minister of Energy Peter Kapala was represented by Director, Minister of Energy Arnold Simwaba.
Please note that the two governments, including the financiers, are closely monitoring and following up on the works you are doing. This can be testified to what is happening here today. Lastly, now, of course, and Zambezi River Authority, we thank you as well for the supervision of the works to see to it that the quality and timelines are adhered to. I know there have been some delays. The Excellency did mention to that. We are trying, and the two governments monitoring to see to it that these are actually dealt with. Please note that these two governments have confidence in the Zambezi River Authority and are looking forward to the successful completion of the rehabilitation of this massive infrastructure, which we have already acknowledged is not only serving the purpose for the two countries, but it is serving the purpose of the region at large.
Zimbabwe Minister of Energy and Power Generation, Edgar Moyo, urged the contractor to expedite the construction process.
In terms of project status, the planned pool component is now 84% complete, and we trust the contractor and the supervisors will do everything possible to accelerate the works, but ensuring adherence to the contract. The project is already delayed.
Zambia River Authority Chief Executive Officer gave the scope of the rehabilitation project.
What we did was we came up with a model, a physical model of the dam, so that now we had to calculate how that pool was supposed to be. And that is what happened. We got the measurement of the pool, and as you can see on the left-hand side, we realized that we needed to remove all the current pool that was the natural pool that was there. We needed to remove about 300,000 tons of rock. Which
European Union Ambassador to Zambia explained that the EU is committed to ensuring that Zambia and Zimbabwe and the entire Southern African region is improved.
Cooperation and multilateralism. This project is one of the most important projects of the portfolio of EU partnership with Zambia. It's an emblem of the joint fundamental priority for both Zambia, Zimbabwe, and the European Union to secure access to clean, reliable, and affordable energy.
This in Siavonga, Southern Province.
Zambia and Botswana have continued to enjoy good bilateral relations since the country's independence in 1964. The two countries have enjoyed cordial bilateral relations which were fostered by the two countries' founding fathers. Zambia will this year celebrate its 59th independence under the theme Accelerating National Development Through Equitable Distribution of Resources. Here's a report.
The legacy of Zambia's late First Republican President, Kenneth Kaunda, remains instrumental
in fostering good neighborliness among the countries in the region. Botswana is among the countries that continue to enjoy warm bilateral relations with Zambia spanning from over 60 years. As the country prepares to celebrate 59 years of independence, relations between the two countries have continued to grow.
Botswana and Zambia are historical partners whose relationship spans close to 60 years, established by our founding fathers. Now, those of you who might remember those founding fathers, one was Seretse Khama of Botswana, and the other was Dr. Kenneth Kaunda of Zambia. Those were the founding fathers of our two nations. Zambia attained their independence in 1964 and Botswana in 1966. This led to closer international relationship between the two countries. This historical bond has led to a number of positive results between the two countries.
Bilateral trade is at the center of building the strong relations that exist between Zambia and Botswana.
His Excellency stood here to speak of our strong bilateral relations that we have had from the times of our founding fathers like Dr. Kaunda and President Seretse Khama. It reminds me of what we should continue to do and live together in peace and harmony. President Masisi and President Hakainde Hichilema have said we cannot only live in peace politically, but we should also form now economic pacts. Botswana has demonstrated they have come not to spend but to invest in Zambia by buying the fertilizer from Zambia.
The supplying of 15,000 metric tons of Compound D to Botswana is testimony of the continued cordial relations that Zambia and Botswana enjoy. For Zanis, I'm Lakson Makodza.
On the Copperbelt province now, the Finnish government, under the Accelerating Growth of Small and Medium Entrepreneurs program, has spent over 16 million kwacha towards capacity building of small and medium entrepreneurs and linking them to established business entities. Finnish Embassy Deputy Head of Mission Jan Kov said several SMEs have been trained, resulting in 722 jobs. More in this report.
Reviving small and medium businesses remains a top priority for government. This has been demonstrated through the creation of the Ministry of Small and Medium Enterprise Development. This commitment has attracted the support of cooperating partners who are now supplementing government efforts. The Finnish government, under the Accelerated Growth for Small and Medium Enterprises (AGS) program, has trained hundreds of SMEs and linked them to established business entities across the country and the region. Over 16 million kwacha has been spent to create these linkages under the program, which has since come to a close. During a conference to mark the end of the program, Finland Embassy Deputy Head of Mission expressed satisfaction with the success scored.
During AGS, we've seen revenues of participating companies increased by almost 130% in total. No need to cut every time around. I guess kind of going through in depth into this, what it has meant, let's say, for example, for those companies that have received these commodities, according to our statistics, their growth percentage has been 385%. So we can see a significant jump from just the trainings, and if that's boosted up by commodities, productive assets, we see an even higher jump. So this, I think, is one of the recommendations and findings of the AGS program that we hope that anybody working in this sector with SMEs in Zambia will take seriously. We have a good case to show for in Copperbelt. Same applies to the Northwestern Province as well. Jobs were alluded to. So the AGS program, according to the final statistics, if we may call them so, we have managed to create 722 new jobs in Zambia through those companies that have participated in our trainings.
And Minister of Small and Medium Enterprise Development, Director for SMEs Development, Bernadette Makachea, thanked the Finnish government for the support.
Allow me to begin by thanking the Finnish government for financing and co-implementing this program, which has benefited SMEs, especially those in Lusaka, Copperbelt and Northwestern provinces. As we all know, the NGS program is a program that was designed to support SMEs in these 3 provinces. But when we look at the interventions that NGS has undertaken, it actually in essence also covers the entire country. It would allow me to reiterate government's commitment to ensuring that opportunities are made available for SMEs to accelerate their growth. The government will continue to partner with like-minded stakeholders to ensure the delivery of programs such as this for a vibrant SME sector.
SMEs are already reaping benefits from the program.
I would say that all these innovations and broadening what I do has come out from the training that I attended. And having come to this, there's another training that Zanis is doing collaboration with AGS, which is a further way of how to refine what it is that we are doing to be more competitive. I would say that really, though by chance, I came in touch with AGS and what it's done, and I would only say more to more people, more entrepreneurs that come and be exposed and have your capacity built by this training to be able to contribute to what, this government has set up a ministry of, small and medium enterprises as a framework to help all our energies and things like that. So this collaboration between, the 2 governments of Finland and Zambia is bringing a new vision for many, many people.
With continued support, SMEs can significantly contribute to the economic development of the country. Liz Ngobeka reporting for Zanis in Kitwe.
We now take you to Luapula province, where welders in Mansa district have thanked government for restricting the making of desks locally. Wilson Chola, a welder at Maiteneke Market, says most welders are now able to produce desks, which has seen a boost in their businesses. Here's a report.
With most local authorities under pressure to meet the deadline for supplying desks in schools, welders in Mansa district have seen a boost in their businesses. The production of desks by different councils has enabled them to increase their revenue base. Wilson Chora, a welder in Mansa, now shares how business has been.
Ukulingana nefyo tulebomba, kwena tulechitamo benefit ukulingana na contractors bala tuta supply ukuba mpangeni kwa desk. So group yesu bali tupera kwa desk hali 200 tulebomba. Then bali tubukutiranga twapusha bwangu na futi again twalapoka same contract ino kwena ifo tulebomba na sana kona kalefo chali ama benefits tule kwatanga bawoda kaleta twale panga ma desk moloko fino twale marafi basenda bale tokufuma kunchende indi nombale lwapana ifo tuleta ko benefit kutila ba contractor nga wapero kupanga ma desk na ifo bene bawoda tuleta mu benefit nga twapanga at least ni nshimi kale yesu ya chinjako.
George Kunda, who has been engaged to make 350 desks, is hopeful of more such opportunities.
Contract ya desk hadi 350 na benefit turekwatamu turesunga abana kunganda na profit turekwata kwenda kwena turetasha akuteka obulifo kuno moku katwale kwata ma contract ya desk
Bright Chongo is grateful to government for empowering young people through desk making. The move to engage local people to make desks will no doubt increase economic activities in communities. Kene Chomba reporting for Zanis News in Mansa district.
The World Bank has committed to support Zambia's judicial system in order to help the country maintain a strong justice system as it strives to achieve development. World Bank country manager for Zambia, Akim Fok, says the World Bank as an organization that is focused on helping countries eradicate poverty and achieve sustainable development, is interested in seeing the rule of law being implemented in the process. Dr. Falk was speaking when he paid a courtesy call on Minister of Justice Mlambo Haimbe. He said the World Bank will also support Zambia in legal reforms pertaining to contractual and procurement agreements. And Minister of Justice Mlambo Haimbe has welcomed the World Bank's continued support to the country in various sectors, including the justice system. Mr. Haimbe says the ministry is mandated with a task to put in place a legal framework that creates an enabling environment for citizens and non-citizens to thrive for economic development of the country.
We also like to support you in this, because ultimately without a strong rule of law, right, the development will suffer. And we as a development organization that tries to promote the eradication, the addressing of poverty, the shared prosperity, and doing this in a sustainable manner, it is really critical that we work in an environment that supports. We are also working with your ministry on a number of contracts, including those of the procurement contracts that's implemented by the government of the Republic of Zambia.
Amongst the key issues that we want to attend to in executing our mandate under that particular duty or responsibility that we've been given is to put in the necessary legal framework to enhance not only the democratic space in the country, but also to create an environment in which our citizens can thrive. And indeed those that come from outside who want to do business in this country can be able to thrive. So essentially to create an economic environment which will foster a sustainable development for this country. We are a resource-endowed country, and some of the areas that we face challenges over the years is how to actualize those resources to the benefit of the citizen. There is a clear part of government to ensure that the rule of law is at the center of everything that we do in the administration of the affairs of the country, and that cannot be glossed over or indeed overemphasized. It remains a commitment, and through us as the Ministry of Justice to bring governance to the center of everything that we do. And the will to be able to achieve that comes from the highest office, as His Excellency has repeatedly and continues to express the directive, I won't even call it a view, the directive that the rule of law must prevail in all circumstances.
Still in the news, rehabilitation works of the 8.6 kilometers stretch on the Kalomo B. Williams Dam roads are progressing well. Kalomo District Commissioner Joshua Sikanduli inspected the 5.3 million Kwacha Road Development Agency RDA contracted works being undertaken by the Zambia National Service Zanis. Here's a report.
Rehabilitation works on the 8.6 kilometers stretch on the Boma B. Williams Road is progressing well in Kalomo. Joshua Skaduli is Kalomo District Commissioner and inspected the 5.3 million rehabilitation works being undertaken by the Zambia National Service.
After we have done this, then also it must be something that is well looked after. Also, this is what normally brings us this work, whether it has been done 100%, but if you don't look after it well, usually after 2 years, then again you come to do the repairs. Like now what you are doing, it's like you are constructing another road.
The road connects to vital public places such as Kalomo Farmers Training Center, Chonga Secondary School, and the B. William Dam, which supplies water to the entire Kalomo town.
Actually, we will see how we can put our heads together so that after we have done our good work here, then later on, you leave it in the hands of the council, so that with that grader, it will be easy for them just once in a while to maintain it, yes.
The stretch is expected to be completed by December this year. Martin Mashekwa, Zanis, Kalomo, Southern Province.
In Northwestern Province, a critical desk shortage has hit Kiantobo Community School in Kajiwa Ward of Solwezi Central. constituency. The school, which offers early childhood education to grade 7 with a pupil population of 281, only has 21 desks. Here's a report.
A conducive learning environment is important for effective delivery of education. However, at Kiantowa Community School in Kajiba Ward of Solwezi Central Constituency, this has eluded the pupils. The school, which has 281 learners, only has 21 desks. This has resulted in classes for various grades to be combined during lessons. Authorities at the school are appealing for help.
This classroom we are in, it caters from grade 5 up to grade 7. We only have 6 desks. So in the morning, we mix the grade 7 and 6 to learn. Thereafter, the grade 5 comes at 12 hours and they knock off at 17. Be more happy when that statement becomes reality in here. I know that our office, which is the DEB's office, they are working so tirelessly to make sure that this school receives this.
Teachers' accommodation is another challenge the school is struggling with. These are the only 2 houses where 6 teachers at the school are sharing. In one of them, a tree stump is sprouting on the floor. Solwezi Central Member of Parliament Stafford Mulusa says plans are underway to address challenges at the school.
Within this month, we will start distributing the desks. We have procured 4,000 desks for this year, and we hope that next year we do another 6,000 or 7,000. And I know that the shortage of desks in our constituency is about 9,000. Within the next 2 weeks, we should put aside money to do the floor and do the windows, then the teachers will be there. But by next year, again, through CDF, we are putting up a block of one block of flats.
For Zanis News, I am Onishas Mamba in Solwezi District, Northwestern Province.
Government has commissioned a 1x2 classroom block at Nashisitu Primary School in Mafinga District. Mafinga District Commissioner Boyd Kaonga, who commissioned the classroom block, called for proper utilization of the facility. The school has been refurbished at the cost of 300,000 kwacha using the Constituency Development Fund's CDF. The government of the Republic of Zambia, Kalumbila Mine Management and the Museli Chiefdom have pledged to work together in harmony to foster economic development in the area. Both parties have reaffirmed that in the absence of peace, there can never be true development in any given society. The agreement was reached out when 10 sub-chiefs from Kalumbila District of Northwestern Province called on First Quantum Minerals Limited Management, the owners of Kalumbila Mine, at their Lusaka office. Here's a report. It is the desire of government to see to it that there is harmony between private companies and the community in which they operate in. Today, government is happy to witness the reconciliation of the Museli Chiefdom and Kalumbila Mine, who have been at loggerheads for some time over compensation issues. 10 sub-chiefs from Kalumbila District have since held a meeting with First Quantum Minerals Management to open a new chapter of their relationship. First Quantum Minerals Country Director Godwin Bene appreciates the reconciliation by Museli Chiefdom.
It's a clear show of our new relationships. And we thank God for the volume of wisdom that's present here. So we are very confident that going forward we will do great things together. Sure. And maybe the last thing to say it with the office and our office, these offices are open.
Mining is a wasting asset. So we must prepare how do we live before. One thing which first I will take from First Quantum is to collaborate with them, to continue to collaborate with them on conservation farming, for example. Secondly is the protection of the environment. So we want to join you in how we can utilize effectively the CDF
Lands and Natural Resources Minister Elijah Muchima brokered the peace accord.
The President has said wherever there is a heavy investment, some portion should go to the owners. You should work with the owners. Owners are the owners of the land. They should not remain in poverty. We should not remain poor. Where there are mines, they should be seen. When you're a manager, there should be a difference between you and a villager. Even your dressing, even your eating should show.
The sub-chiefs had earlier on this week also apologized to government for the unruly behavior that was exhibited last year in September when the residents ran battles with police after accusing the mine and government of paying a deaf ear to their demands of being given first priority when it comes to contracts and jobs in the mine. They also protested on allegations that they were undercompensated when the mine displaced them from their dwelling places. Kalan Muchima reporting for Zanis in Osaka. As we end the news, the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development has given Kafue District a skip truck and 5 bins for solid waste management in the district. Kafue Town Council Chairperson Vumba Malambo commissioned the skip truck with a call on the residents to stop the indiscriminate disposal of solid waste to avoid outbreaks of waterborne diseases such as cholera. Details in this report.
With the rainy season in sight, Kafue Town Council Chairperson Vumba Malambo is calling upon Kafue residents to dispose their waste responsibly to avoid the outbreak of diseases that emanate during the rainy season. She has urged residents to make good use of the bins that the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development has donated to the district.
That's why council had to, because we are competent and able. Tunakwanisa kufaka kwa application out of many councils wanachisanka because tunalemba kuinono kamba kuti Kalukungu market is one of the largest market in Zambia. That's why wanachipasa, and that's why we're launching a kuno so that muona equipment ilianu siya council ni abantu so that tusiwezele pamoja.
Kafue Town Council Secretary Bupe Montagna is reminding Kafue residents to continue observing the Keep Zambia Clean campaign.
Today, we'll be witnessing the handover or the official commissioning of the skip truck. But I want to say that this is a brand new machine that the new Don government of His Excellency President Hakainde Hichilema has given through the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development to the people of Kafue to use. As you can see it, this is a brand new machine. This shows that your government, the government of the new Dawn, is very much concerned about our welfare. And this is a truck that we are going to use for the better management of our waste in the district.
Meanwhile, Matanda Ward Councillor Michael Sinkala has thanked the government for the donation.
Then you can pachina mkulu maketia kuti tent samare pamara pamene tselenzera ngani ya garbage bidoti singani ya bino maninga pamene tenda kuti rain season tent samare pamene tselenzera paoneka clean tent samare kuti doti titaire mwamene tukotaira moja mabinya mene watetera yaja.
Irene Nganga, Zanis, Kafue.
We've come to the end of the Zanis news, but before we leave you, a recap of the headlines once again. VIP challenges Zambians to conserve water. Government flags off supply and distribution of compound D fertilizer to Botswana. Finnish government spends 16 million for SME capacity building. And critical desks shortage hits Kantobo Community School in Solwezi. That's what the news desk could accommodate. On behalf of everybody involved in this production, my name is Kalan Muchima. Thank you so much for your company. Bye-bye.